Weather Alert from CBS 4 Weather Control.
Good afternoon, Brian Norcross here in Weather Control. We have a severe thunderstorm underway in Broward County. Here's the real-time Doppler 4, and there is the cell we're talking about. It's in the Sunrise area, and it's drifting to the southwest toward Weston I-595 near the intersection there of the Sawgrass Expressway, I-75 and I-595. There you see the lightning bolts with it right now, and it is, as I said, moving in the direction of Weston. Now, several of these storms have popped up in the metropolitan area on the west side of town here this afternoon, all drifting to the west. There you see in Broward County another cell, although not as strong, down in South Broward as well. So on the west side of Broward County, from Sunrise on down to Davie, Weston, Silver Lake area, be on the lookout for strong gusty winds, frequent lightning, and the severe thunderstorm warning in effect now, and that is going to be in effect until this afternoon for another, until 2:15, so for another 20 minutes this afternoon, the severe thunderstorm, not a tornado warning, a severe thunderstorm warning. There you see it in effect. So the National Weather Service recommending that you stay indoors away from windows until the storm has passed. Now, I'll be back here in just a couple minutes here. I'm going to give you an update on what's going on with Tropical Storm Chris. So let's send you back to CBS, and I'll see you here in just a couple minutes. Watch yourself there in Western Broward.
Very good.
Mommy thinks so too.
Oragel's safe to swallow, fluoride-free, and has great flavors.
Awesome.
Oragel, what moms want and kids love.
Listen, your performance has gotten sloppy. You don't get your work done. It just accumulates everywhere. I need to do some house cleaning. I'm gonna have to let you go.
Looking for a better way to dust? Get Swiffer Dusters. It has thousands of dust-locking fibers to trap and lock the dirt and dust that old dusting methods leave behind.
Impressive work.
Swiffer gives cleaning a whole new meaning. And for hard-to-reach areas, there's a Swiffer Dusters with an extendable handle.
Avoid unwanted leftovers. The scrubbing power of Cascade meets the grease-fighting power of Dawn. So even sticky foods won't stick. Cascade 2-in-1 Action Packs.
Fast forward to flawless hair, prep for curly or straight looks right in the shower. New Frizzy shampoos and conditioners are infused with styling ingredients to give you a head start on your style. From the professionals at John Frieda.
Big one, it's the big one at Kohl's, our biggest sale of the season with 2 big days of savings plus power hours. Night Owl save extra Friday, early bird save extra Saturday. Hurry in for big savings throughout the store this Friday and Saturday only. Kohl's, expect great things.
People kidnapped Sharon are watching us.
You're out of time.
I will get you what you want.
Game over.
What happened?
Dad has been taken to Memorial Hospital.
Is he gonna be okay?
He'll be home before you know it.
The Young and the Restless, CBS next week.
New details on Marie Osmond's hospitalization. Then, what you didn't know about the day Elvis died. And the school teacher imprisoned by walls of skin. Next Insider.
Tonight at 7:30 on 4.
To everyone who's ever said,
you better be careful what you eat,
we say,
how about a boar's head ham on rye?
To those who say,
think about your heart.
think about your health, think about your weight.
we say,
Think about a boar's head roast beef wrap.
because Boar's Head lowest sodium deluxe ham and deluxe roast beef are so healthy, they're certified by the American Heart Association. So to everyone who says, we say, good for you, never tasted so good.
Critics everywhere have discovered the biggest surprise of the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Monster House is a lot of fun, raves the New York Times.
No more Mountain Dew.
2 very big thumbs up for Monster House.
Did I miss anything interesting?
Rated PG. Now play.
I want to know the really interesting stuff, like what do they have in the refrigerator?
I'd like to meet the celebrities that could come out in their blue jeans, shoot some hoops in the driveway. And while we're cooking, sure, tell me about your movie.
Everyone needs a little R&R. Rachel Ray, coming to CBS 4 this September.
Terrifying collapse on camera. How these firefighters...
Now live, this is a Tropics Update.
And good afternoon, Brian Norcross here in Weather Control, bringing you up to date on Tropical Storm Chris, and we'll look at the real-time Doppler 4 again for the severe thunderstorm going on in western Broward County right now. First to Chris and to the area there north of Hispaniola, north of Haiti now. There you see Chris is spinning around, and some thunderstorms are trying to develop near the center. Now, it's still a tropical depression moving off in this generally west or a little bit north of westerly direction. It has weakened to depression status, but the National Hurricane Center is indicating that it could go back to tropical storm at any time, and that's why we continue to watch this situation closely. There are the numbers as of the new advisory in at 2 o'clock. Wind at 35 miles per hour, west at 12. So certainly not a threatening system at this point, just that slight potential for it to strengthen before it gets to our general neighborhood, the neighborhood of Cuba, the Keys, and southeast Florida here over the weekend. 360 miles from Camagüey, Cuba at this time. So here's the future track from the National Hurricane Center, moving off in a general westerly direction, and as you can see, that most of the possibilities here keep the system pretty far south of us. But when I include us to mean the Keys, obviously the Keys and especially the lower Keys are more threatened possibly by whatever form the system might be in when it comes by. If it were to miss Cuba and come up here a little bit to the north, it could be quite a squally, stormy situation in the Keys, especially on Sunday. So bear that in mind, because by morning Sunday, it should be in the general vicinity of our longitude for South Florida and the Keys. And there is some small chance that if it were to hug the top end of the future track, that it could have a moderate effect here on the southeast coast. So that's why we continue to bear this in mind. And then it moves off into the Gulf, where it has some potential to strengthen some more. It's expected to continue in a general westerly track. Now, here are the watches and warnings that are in effect. The warnings continue for the southeastern Bahamas, watches for the central Bahamas, and some kind of watch is likely for Cuba here later today, and it's possible we could see, depending on the track of the storm, if it takes a little bit of a more northerly track, a watch could go up late tonight or tomorrow for the Keys. So we're not just completely out of the woods here on this thing. Although we don't expect any kind of hurricane, we could have still a problem with Chris as it comes on by this weekend. All right, now on to the immediate situation here, and we have this severe thunderstorm going on in western Broward County. It's in the western parts of Plantation and right in Sunrise right now, and it's drifting to the southwest toward the Weston and Davie area. Severe thunderstorm warning until 2:15 means stay indoors away from the windows until the storm has passed in that part of Broward County. Don't get out and drive, just let it go by. It's moving along, and it will be out of the area here fairly shortly. Now let me go close up here where you can see the worst of it is right here just to the east of Flamingo, just north of 595, moving to the southwest. That's where the heaviest core of the storm is, but you can see it's affecting the area from Sunrise here. There's Nob Hill, so over here to University and off over to the I-75 Sawgrass area. All that area affected by this cell now and moving to the southwest, so it's going to affect the Davie and Weston area as it moves on off into the Everglades. And we do have the potential for some of these storms to develop for a while here this afternoon. Then things should be better on later on this afternoon. So we'll continue to watch the severe thunderstorm situation, and of course we'll keep you up to date on Chris here throughout the afternoon. A full update on both here this evening on CBS 4 News at 5, and we'll specifically talk at that time about what we think is going to happen here in South Florida over the weekend. David Bernard will be here with me, so stay with us on CBS 4, and we'll see you then. CBS 4 News at 5. Our updates as are warranted here this afternoon. Now to CBS programming already in progress.